everybody, it's Cherish. Welcome back to the studio. This week, I want to talk about a few topics. One of them being attention and how my attention has changed over the past couple of months. And I literally do mean months. My attention was so bad that I literally had the phone in my hand and I actually looked at video and I looked at my phone once every other minute. So like in 3 minutes, I looked at my phone twice while I was painting. And I really had to kind of recognize that fact and then take steps to like figure out how not to do that. I don't know why. I mean, no, I'm not gonna lie. I do know why I was looking at my phone. I was looking for entertainment. So while I paint, I usually listen to a podcast or a video, someone's video, or I listen to music, or I listen to my book. And I was doing that all through my phone when I have other devices that I can do that with. Also, in this studio, I have like surround sound. So the fact that I was like putting everything, hold on, where is it? See? Is way over here. Putting everything on this, it was a little too much. It was a little too much. I think it's still bad. I think it's still bad. The touching the phone during painting hours is still not great. It's still not perfect. I think it's something that over time I'll train myself out of. And by train myself out of, I want to be able to put it like if I'm working right here, I want it to be on that desk over there because I can in no way reach the phone if it's way over there on that desk. Instead, right now, the phone is probably living on this table, and that's just where it is right now. It's better though. It's better because it was literally in my face. I had it just in my hand all the time. Even right now, it's better because I would have put my notes on the phone, and then I would have been accessing my notes by picking up the phone. And the simple act of touching the phone, like just picking up the phone, is what distracts me. It's the thing that literally takes my attention, and then I'm just on the phone. So I had to stop touching the phone so much. So that was the first thing. Figure out how to do anything else that I was doing with the phone without using the phone. So there's a couple of things. One, I have my cameras, and I've always had cameras in here. If you go back and look at past like short form videos, I literally made a video about all the cameras that I have and the fact that I have a system where I can set them up and start filming within 1 minute. So I simply had to use that system. I was just filming on the phone. I was just using the phone as my source of camera footage or whatever, which is not a great idea for the phone because then you're constantly running it out of space. But also, I had to touch the phone in order to film anything. Now, everything that gets filmed for studio vlog, I think I'm calling the studio vlog studio notes. So everything that gets filmed for studio notes gets filmed on one of the cameras that I have. So here's a camera. There's like two cameras right there. They just film me as I'm working on things. And then I have one camera that films the painting as I'm painting. So if you see those big blown up versions of the painting, that probably came from that camera. Now, I will say this, I have accumulated cameras over like 20 years. So just start your collection. Start your collection. So there's another thing that I do. I don't use my phone as a source for my reference images anymore. I print them out. So I have my references printed out, and I have them for whatever painting all over the studio. I have two really great printers, and I love them because I can get accurate color on them. Yeah, that's probably the best tip I can give you is to have a printout of your references. Even for like just actually getting good color, if you're doing a color matching like I like to do with my paintings, having the reference image printed out, then you can color match off of something that's real, like an actual physical object, as opposed to color matching on a tablet or on a phone. And then the last thing is entertainment. So I primarily am using my phone to be entertained. So entertainment by scrolling. Obviously, we don't want to do that. We want to stop scrolling so bad. So I literally am the kind, and I've been like this for so long. I even would do this in the gym if I'm like doing a workout or something. I pick up my phone and start looking at it and just scrolling through or whatever. And that's just now, instead of doing that, I use my Garmin. Of course, I don't have my watch on right now, but I use my watch and I'll set a timer for 20 seconds because I'm not lifting extremely heavy. And so that means that my break should be fairly short. So I set a timer for 20 seconds. As soon as I'm done with a lift, beep, beep. And then 20 seconds go by. I walk around a little bit and then I'm back to my next set. My workouts are getting done, no, I mean, compared to what they were before, really quickly. And the same is happening in the studio. As I'm painting or as I'm doing something, and if say I do want to take a break, I literally set a timer. We're only gonna scroll for 1 minute, and then I have to stand up and walk over to the phone and like get the phone, and then I can look at it, and then I put it down and I walk away. So there's no random picking up the phone while I'm painting anymore, which is great, and that means I'm not scrolling, I'm not using the phone, intermittently as I'm actually painting. This is really making me love working in the studio even more. I already liked it, but I can tell that my attention span is getting better. I can tell that my stamina for being in the studio and for working for a longer period of time is getting better. And I can tell that as I go, that it will get better over time. Like the other day, I was painting and I was working on my painting right there, and I had a moment where I realized that I didn't even know where my phone was, and I was totally okay with that. It was like, oh, I don't know where that thing is. The other thing that I'm doing is I am, instead of playing any sort of, like I still listen to my book through my phone, which is why I still bring it into the studio with me, because I was rereading ACOTAR or re-listening to ACOTAR, and I had to do the homework. Okay, so I'm still listening to my books through my phone. Darkness Rises by Diane Duvall. So I'm still using my phone to listen to my books. That's not stopping. So I need it in the room, but I don't need it on my person. But I started using my iPad to listen to music, and I choose to listen. So this is something I was doing for work anyway, but I choose to listen to music that's like a concert or a show. So it's not something that I need to DJ. Like I don't need to control what's happening, for the show or for the concert. I just need to turn it on and let the speakers that are in the room do their thing. And then I am a willing participant in the live action moment that's happening in the studio. And I love that. I love that. And if you ever see any video of the studio with me working, it is not silent. Okay. It is not silent. I will probably never share the actual video because it's like da, 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 and I just like that. I like to have kind of a wall of noise. And if I like, my husband also works from home, so if he's working and I want it to be very loud, I have a myriad of headphones that I can use to just bring that wall of noise to me. But the thing that I take away is I take away the need to pick songs or whatever book. And I also take away the need to watch a video in order to see how it plays out. So I have started listening or watching people who are just talking the entire time. And I love it. I love it so much. But I also love the fact that I don't have to actively watch them, because that means that I don't need whatever device to be near me in order to enjoy the entertainment while I'm painting. Thanks for joining Studio Notes this week. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for liking. And I hope you subscribe, because we'll be doing these weekly conversations and jumping into studio stuff. I'm about to build out more panels and do bigger projects. I'm super excited about some of the projects that are coming. So stay here, stay on board with me, get on the train so that we can all do these things together. Have a great day, and let me know if you use any of the tips that I talked about today. Have a good day. Bye now.